do your values come from? Guess what? Before I even discuss where your values come from, I want you to watch the video. I think the link will be somewhere there or there. Okay, you go first. Watch the video that I first talked about. In the video, I discussed how to identify what your values are as a human being. So first watch that video, and then this video will make sense, because what we are discussing today is where do values come from. So let's say I value independence, I value freedom, I value respect for people, I value innovation. Where do these values come from? Interesting. Okay, now values come from 4 areas. They come from past successes. Okay, if you've won in an area, you tend to value that place. You know, there are people that got their success in their 20s, and they got it in a particular industry, or let's say they're in logistics or they're in telecommunication, and you can see when they talk about it, they actually value those places, they value those industries. Okay, or there are people that when the day they went to this church or mosque, oh my God, the sheikh or the pastor said something, and they value that spirituality, you know. So it's about an event that they had, the success that they had. But also values come from past failures. When someone has failed over and over in a particular place, they tend to hate that something. Case in point, let's say I've tried to, we all know the story of Adidas. So this guy, he likes to run, but he cannot run, okay? And he constantly fails in running, and he builds the value of empowering runners starts to come up, and so he starts working on shoes that have spikes. I think his first shoe was first used in 1968 Olympics. Guess what? He found his value of creating a company and or empowering people by a failure that he had gone through. So past successes and failures can give birth to values. The other thing that gives birth to values is the environment in which we grow up. Okay, if you grow up in America, you value freedom. Why? Because everyone preaches, you know, the American dream: be free, do this. If you grow up in Southeast Asia, where community and spirituality are high, you value those things. If you grow up in Africa, where we value community is a thing for you, and if you don't have family, you have nothing. So the environment in which we grow up changes determines what we value. And the fourth thing that determines that reveals to you where your values come from are the experiences that you've had. You know, there's when you come from a particular environment, let's say you come from Uganda, you come from Kenya, you come from Tanzania, there is a way that you're defined. But if they were to change you right now and put you in a different put you in a different experience, you'll be totally different. You know, there are guys that live in the city, but they grew up in the rural areas. When they come to the city, they have different experiences, and sometimes their values change. And when they go back to the village, they tell them wepanka. Wepanka, what does wepanka mean in English? What?
Show off.
Like you show off, yeah? But it's not really that you show off, it's just that your values have been influenced by the experiences that you had when you went to the urban area. So those 4 things: past successes and failures, environment, and the experiences that you go through. That is what determines what you value at the end of the day. Now, why are these important? Because sometimes your values are crap. You know, you value mistrust. Because you dwell in areas where you do not highly trust people. Okay? So when you know where your values come from, sometimes what you can do, and the best thing that you can do, is to change the experience. If you associate five-star hotels with wastage of money, go to a five-star hotel, stay there for a night, eat full board, do all these things, and watch your experiences determine what you value, because sometimes you need an elevation in what you value for you to achieve your successes that you want, that you so desire in life. We have a full module on how to identify your values, where I'm going to detail, precept upon precept, so that at the end of the day, you are who you are and you know what you stand for, and you can embrace others. All right? With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Adios, muchachos.